Hi, we are back, we are back, we are back. Congratulations if you found this page. Congratulations if you found us here today. We are happy to have you back. Here is where we make people millionaires. Now I am back on your screen to tell you a fully loaded package on how to make money with ease. Yes, we're not talking about what you know. I'm telling you today something you do not know. And from today, you get to know. And knowledge, they say, is power. When you have the power, you are able to do and fix things in your life. So we are going to talk about agro real estate. By the way, do you know what is agro real estate? If I ask you what is agro real estate, what will you say? While you're planning your answer, agro real estate is the end thing now. Is that new source of income that we take some of your money, a chunk of your money, your savings, your loan, your investment money that you removed, you got, want to reinvest in something different. And this is an industry that the people that got to know about it early, people that sat before a camera like this, listen to what is said about it, do their calculations, make their research, they have already jumped into the offer and they are already on the way to their money. This is what you call generational income. Generational income. Because any investment you make today that will give you money for the next 10, 20, 30 years. What is it called? Generational income. Because you definitely have to pass down that investment to your children. And that is what gives many of us joy. We want to be useful to our children, dead or alive. As in, whether we are alive or we are dead, we want to be useful to them. I know of some parents today that are dead. I know how we hear how their children cost their dead body. Why? Because there was nothing that was left behind for those children. Some of them, their parents lived in affluence and decided not to make any investment that will outlive them. Of course, we're not saying that we want to raise children that are lazy, that are going to depend on our own resources. No, it's good. It's good as a parent to leave something behind. It's always good. Yeah. Gives you that sense of belonging. Yeah. Okay, so we're talking about agro real estate investment into cash crops. The ones we're talking about today is coconut or oil palm tree, or both coconut and oil palm tree. We all in Nigeria, we know that these trees, they last for decades and they produce for decades. But many of us do not know that we can commercialize them now, or they have been commercialized, they have been modernized and commercialized. We only have the old thoughts in our minds about our fathers, our grandfathers. They used to have a few of those trees in the village, in the villages, and so we think it's about those traditional stuff. Today we are talking about making millions of naira from those two. So the modernized agriculture has reinvented these two crops and made it possible through enhanced agricultural practice that they can start producing within 4 to 5 years. This was not possible before. In the traditional crops that we used to have, 4 to 5 years was not feasible at all. Some of them used to produce from 7, 8, 9. I've seen one that produced after 10 years. Yeah. But the ones I'm talking to you about today are going to start producing on their third or on their fourth year. But you are going to be able to reap from them from the fifth year. take these things to mind, because when it reach tomorrow, you can go back to this video and check. I'm not saying they're going to produce for you to start making money on the third year. I'm not saying they're going to produce for you to start making money on the fourth year. When they start producing, we start counting it. Then the maturity will take into the next year. And that is when we'll now harvest and give you your proceeds, give you your return on investment. So we have made them in a way that you can still be doing whatever business you're doing. You can still be doing whatever salary work you're doing. And yet this one is somewhere growing. That's the model we are operating on now. So we as the company, we're going to do the sourcing, the land, the documentation for the land, the government approvals for the land. We're going to source the particular species of the plants. We're going to plant. We're going to take them from the nursery, from the pre-nursery. We replant to the nursery. From the nursery, we now transplant to the permanent site. Your job is just to buy acres or hectares of land, because we don't do them on plots of land. It's not going to be feasible. So you must have acres or hectares. That is to say, you must buy in six plots or multiples of 15 plots, so that you leave something tangible. Because an acre will contain 60 of those trees. 60 of those trees, the way we have done the analysis, is what can give you the quantity of liters of the oil that will serve you the purpose of your investment. So you can go into palm oil production through palm trees, oil palm tree, or you can go into coconut oil production through coconut tree plantation. So we call it agro real estate, because you are going to actually buy land meant for farming, and then we're going to invest in agriculture on that land, and then you'll be making the return of on your investment. This land, these 6 plots, multiples of 6 plots, or multiples of 15 plots, or at least 6 plots, as the case may be, you're buying, will never be transferred into a residential building construction site or a commercial building construction site. You are not going to, at any time, say you're not going to do this agriculture again, you now want to build house and put tenants, or you want to build house and do whatever business with it. No. We get the lands where government has specifically earmarked for agriculture. That's why we use. But that land, you can transfer the ownership if you want to. If anything comes your way and you feel, okay, I have this investment here, I need cash right now, I got to dispose of this investment, you can do that. What you're going to sell is your land and your crops. Yeah. So such is allowed. But during the time that the product is on your name, you can only own it as a farm, where you are dealing on coconut tree or oil palm tree. So we want to mimic what Okomu Oil and Presco Oil has done in Nigeria. Some of you that are listening to me now, you are investors in Okomu and Presco because you buy their shares. But in this one, you're not going to buy shares from us. You are going to be a co-investor. We pull people together to invest into massive land that we have already acquired, and then we do the planting, we do the security, the nurturing, everything that is needed to get to the point of cash, the point of returns into your account. Then we will get 30% of the proceeds of the money, and you will get 70% of the money. Isn't that a fair deal? That's a very beautiful fair deal. Give us, give us your, give us this, give us this. It's beautiful, right? It's excellent. And there's not going to be any mago mago. Everything is going to be tabulated. Everything is going to be streamlined. You are going to be carried along. We have stakeholders um, town hall meeting periodically where we discuss issues emanating and where we discuss our progress and any challenge. Everything you'll be in the know. When it gets to the point of sales, you will know. You will know. Because we are using a particular breed which we can speculate the produce. Other things being equal, we are also able to speculate the quantity of oil that will be generated per 60 plants or per 150 plants. 150 plants is for an hectare. So we are able to speculate it. So if you bought 1 hectare and I bought 3 hectares, when it is time to share the proceeds, if you're 1 hectare, if 1 hectare, the oil brings about 10 million, then me that I have 3 hectares, I will get 30 million. Then inside my 30 million, I will give the company three portions. It will be shared into 10. The company will take 3 portions and I will take 7 portions. That is to say, if that money that came out of that hectare, that 3 hectares is 30 million, we divide 30 million into 10. It will be 3 million per portion. So the company will take 9 million and I will take 21 million. So the next year again, when the harvest is done, the same process will go on. That is how it works. Remember, you didn't plant, you didn't source, you didn't secure, you didn't do any of those managerial and every other administrative wahala was off your shoulders. What you did was that you brought that money and invested. Mind you, when you invest, we will show you your portion. You will be able to see your portion. But when it is time for harvest, we will be harvesting collectively. So if this whole expanse is like 100 hectares, you have one, I have two, he has three. When the whole resources are put together, we divide into 100 hectares. Then we send to you 1 portion, we send to him 3 portions, send to me 2 portions. That's how it works. So everything will be tabulated. It is easy, it is clean, no shady deals. So that is why you have to take your phone right now and start calling me. We have area for coconuts at Ogun State. We have area for oil palm tree at Oyo State. So we are able to secure those places instead of Lagos State because we don't have land for that in Lagos State. Lagos State, they do shakara, you know. House. Land is, the prices, they reach heaven. But these other places, they have vast land, which we are able to talk with the government and acquire part of the areas meant for agriculture. So from the beginning, your investment is secure. So that's why I said from the beginning that people who have known about this, they are already into it. People who know how to calculate business, they're already into it. And this is your opportunity to come into it. For knowing now, it is a great opportunity for you. Do not let it pass you by if you have the means. For now, an acre of coconut oil palm is going for 4.6 million. 4.6 million an acre. So you can get different number of acres if you have the means. Then, for now, our oil palm tree is not selling in acres, but we can allow you to pay your money in acres and add up to hectare because when it is time for sharing of proceeds, we're not going to share the oil palm in acres. We are going to share it in hectares. So what we do, we allow you to come in acre if that is what you can afford, which is 3.5. Or if you have the means, you just come in as an acre, with an hectare. You come in, that one is 9 million. I will give you 150 palm trees. If you're able to pay up in 2 months, 2 months or 3, you're able to pay up, we'll give you 10% discount. So if you're able to buy like 3, 4, 5 hectares and you want to pay in 1 year, it's allowed. You will not pay additional charges. That is what we are doing right now. You know, when you're paying your money up to 1 year, you usually pay 10% interest rate. But this one will take away that interest rate for you and allow you to pay up to 1 year, provided you are buying in some large quantity. You can pay 6 months, 3 months, 6 months, and 12 months. So that is the offer. I say, let me bring it to you so that you get this knowledge and know that knowledge is power. Now that you have known, start searching your power, your buying potential. See whether it can fall into place for you without breaking your shoulder and without breaking a bank. If it is possible, go ahead. I give you the go ahead. It's a proven investment. You'll not regret it. No, no, no. You'll not. All right, my DMs are open, my lines are open. I expect to hear from you soonest. And please share this video to that person that you care for that needs this information. That your friend, that your brother, those are colleagues that ask you, I need a genuine kind of investment I can engage into. And I need a trusted brand. Do you have anybody? Do you have any idea of investment? Yeah, I know. There are people within your circle that have reached out to you. Spread this news. Share this video to them and let them get to me, okay? All right. Congratulations in advance. That's what I always say. Please, if you like this video, don't forget to click and don't forget to follow us for more investment tips and opportunities. We also have land. We have houses in Lagos and in the East. Don't forget, you can always ask us questions. We are there to guide you. That's our joy. We have the joy to guide people so that they do not make costly mistakes. See ya.